Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about curly girl products and what is the actual difference between all of those different products. I mean, this is super confusing and I really want to try and help you understand better. You go to the drugstore and there are so many different products that are all beautiful and all named slightly different. You just want to end up picking up everything because at least one of those products is going to be the miracle product, right? Well, maybe, but chances are you're going to end up picking up products that are not right for you purely because you don't understand what they mean. So today I'm going to take you through what each product does and then you can make up your mind for yourself. Shampoo. Chances are you already have shampoo at home. This guy is mostly made of sulfates, and sulfates are an ingredient that basically remove everything from your hair. After you have shampooed your hair, you will feel quite squeaky. Sulfates remove basically everything, and as a result they often get a bad rep. But if you have buildup in your hair, this is going to be your best bet. You're going to be looking out for the ingredient sodium lauryl sulfate. And while we're on that topic, I actually want to talk about something else. The higher an ingredient is on the product list, the higher the percentage of the ingredient in the product. Please keep this in mind. So if you look at this bottle, you can see that the first ingredient is aqua, which is water, and the second is that sulfate that we just spoke about. So this bottle is basically made of water and sulfate. Every other ingredient after that will be present in the product, but in a much less quantity, if that makes any sense. This principle is actually really important when you're looking for products because obviously the higher the ingredient, the more purpose it's going to serve. Next is Lowpoo. While shampoos strip your hair of basically everything, think of a Lowpoo as a gentler version. It's basically a shampoo but without any sulfates. These type of cleansers work really well if the rest of your routine doesn't consist of silicones or butters or anything that can really heavily coat your hair. It works really well for those who follow the curly girl method, and honestly, it's a staple in my routine. Depending on what your hair is asking for, this might be a good idea to incorporate into your routine. Next up, Cowash. The trendiest way of cleansing your hair. A co-wash is basically a conditioner wash. There are so many different products out in the market now labeled as co-washes, and I'm at no point putting those down, but if you've got to grab a bottle of water-soluble conditioner, it can still function as a co-wash. But products like this As I Am co-wash are formulated in such a way that they do a very decent job of cleansing your hair. You will notice that products like this look exactly like a conditioner. However, when you apply them, they won't bubble up. Although co-washing does a really good job of cleansing, it's not as thorough as a Lowpoo, and that's where I would recommend incorporating both Lowpoo and this into your routine. Next up is conditioner, everyone's favorite. Conditioner is pretty simple. It needs to form the basis of your routine. Conditioner will give you light moisture, but remember that conditioners are still mostly made up of water, funny enough. I recommend using your conditioner step to detangle your hair. This is a good time to gently work through the knots in your hair. Don't brush before that, otherwise you'll end up with damage. Also, if you can't afford a separate co-wash, remember that your conditioner can serve as a co-wash and a conditioner. If I was keeping things super simple, I would just have a conditioner. That conditioner can multitask Truly it can. Some days I literally just do that. Moving on to the next section is my favorite. Mask, treatment, protein, moisture. What the heck? Deep conditioner is the simplest way of terming this. I'm going to break this down as simply as possible. But when you are looking for deep conditioners, you're looking for either moisture or protein. This particular one is a moisture-based deep conditioner. A moisture-based deep conditioner focuses on exactly what I'm saying. It will be high in moisture and have either no or very little protein. This particular mask has no protein. If your hair is feeling super dry, this would be your friend. You can see it says intensive conditioner. Remember that frizz is hair that is looking for moisture. Your deep conditioner will do a better job of adding moisture than your normal conditioner because it has a lower content of aqua. The other type of deep conditioner that you get is a more protein-based one. Look out for words like hydrolyzed protein on the ingredients list. This will tell you that the mask itself is catering for people who need protein. Guys, please don't be scared of protein. Chances are at some point in your journey, you're going to need both protein and moisture. I always keep both a protein and a moisture mask on hand, and different wash days I listen to my hair and I try to figure out what it's asking for. Also, remember that the aqua content is lower in these masks. You don't have to use conditioner and deep conditioner on the same day. It's obviously personal preference, but you really don't need to, and you can save product this way by just eliminating conditioner on your deep condition days. So if I'm not needing extra moisture or protein, I'll just use conditioner, but if I need an extra boost, these masks are the answer. Leave-in. Everyone gets so confused with what the difference between the different stylers are. Think of leave-in as the lightest styler that you can get. Sometimes they look a little bit watery and they are usually quite runny. I recommend leave-in being the first styler that you're going to apply. That's if you do want to use it, of course, because that first leave-in that you apply will obviously absorb the easiest because it's so watery. This particular leave-in does look a lot like a cream, but when you actually feel it, you realize that it does function more like a leave-in. But don't get too hung up on it. It is very possible that a leave-in is a cream. Really, I know this whole thing is confusing. Just think of leave-in as light. Next up, curl cream. I like to think of curl cream as the sister to leave-in. Think of it as thicker, richer, and it usually does add more moisture than a typical leave-in would. Once again, depending on what your hair is asking for, you don't have to incorporate all of these different stylers into your routine. You can choose the ones that suit your hair. For me in particular, I like to use a little bit of leave-in and then a tiny bit of this curl cream right on my ends. If your hair is very thirsty, or if your hair is particularly dry, that means the same thing, Nicole, obviously. I don't know why I'm so monotonous. If your hair needs extra moisture, this would be a good idea for you. Moving on to gel, the product we love to hate. Gel is going to form a hard cast over your hair. That's just the way it is. You do get some gels that will give you a little bit less hold, and although we hate that crunch often gives you amazing definition. Don't be scared of that crunch, because once you do get that hard cast, you just need to scrunch it out and then it should release these beautiful ringlets. But there's quite a few people who don't like gel, and the next one might be an option. Mousse. If you just really don't like gel, mousse could be an option. These type of products give much less hold, don't usually give you that crunch, but still give somewhat of a control over your curl. Mousse also works really well for those who have very loose hair textures. Even type 1s can benefit from mousse. I enjoy using a mousse when I don't really want as much definition and I just want soft, touchable, voluptuous hair. Lol. I would suggest choosing either mousse or gel. I wouldn't really mix the two. I don't think that they really go together, and honestly I think it would be counterproductive. Another tip is if you're looking for root volume, you can flip your head upside down, apply a little bit of mousse, and it usually gives a bit of lift. The last one I'm going to talk about gets requested a lot, and that's hairspray. Hairspray is something that most people still reach for, and honestly, most of them are filled with ingredients that are actually not good for your hair. Alcohol is often the first ingredient, and you got to be really careful of these because they can dry your hair out so quickly. But if you do decide that you want to use hairspray, do keep in mind that it can make your hair feel a bit sticky, and yeah, it does often lead to having a shorter gap between your wash days, to be honest. This particular hairspray by Cake is not curly girl friendly, I just need to put that out there. But if you are looking for something to give you temporary hold and you know that hairspray effect, this does work well. But you would definitely need to deep condition after using this because it's full of alcohol. The next product type is such a debated one, and that's oils. Oils come in so many different forms. There's light ones, there's heavy ones, but regardless of if you want to use oils or not, I highly recommend looking for organic, pure oils. Oils can sit on the outside of the hair as well, so when you are using them, just be careful, they can weigh you down, but at the same time, oils have been known to have amazing benefits. I like to use oils as a scalp massage. My hair is very fine and I find that the scalp massages really stimulate blood flow. You can also use these oils as a way of scrunching out your crunch, as well as some people will coat their hair with the oil as a pre-poo before washing. If you have fine hair or type 2 or type 1, just be careful with this. It can often lead to buildup and weigh you down. So make sure that if you are using oils before your wash day, that you probably would benefit from a clarifying shampoo like the Lowpoo. I had to give Jamaican black castor oil a special mention here because this stuff is gold. It is super thick, and honestly I can't put it on my hair because I'll just get weighed down, but I love using this stuff as scalp massages. While it's debated that oils can actually promote hair growth, this one is probably the best bet you're going to get. You're going to want to look out for the one that says black castor oil, not just castor oil, and also get the proper stuff. Don't get the one that's labeled black castor oil but has the ingredients last on the list. I just wanted to really quickly show you guys the different products. From the right is the gel, then the mousse, then the protein mask, and next to that is the normal conditioner. And you can see the different textures, consistencies of the different products. Next up is the deep conditioner. This was the moisture one. And next to that is the leave-in. Obviously this varies depending on the product itself. Sometimes the leave-in will look completely clear. Now I'm showing you guys what the shampoo looks like, and this is the Cowash. You can see the Cowash is a lot thinner. in this scenario. This isn't really for any benefit, but I just found it interesting. I'm putting on some Jamaican black castor oil here, and I didn't really put much, but the stuff is super thick. And next to it, I'm about to put this much thinner oil that I have. And I really like both of these oils for scalp massages. I would use the Jamaican black castor oil one the day before wash day, and then I'll use the thinner one on the average other day. There's no science here, guys, but I just wanted to give an indication of how you could use your products. You can see that I lined up the oils first as a scalp massage or pre-poo. Then I have the cleansers, the conditioners, then the deep conditioners, the leave-in, the curl cream, then the mousse or gel, and lastly the hairspray. Please remember, you don't need to use all of these. You don't even need to do each step. Choose the steps that your hair is asking for. If your hair is asking for extra moisture, leave out the conditioner and slap on a mask. If you're wanting lots of volume, use the mousse and leave off the gel. If you're going to the gym every second day and you can't wash your hair, then alter it, guys. You will get the results based on what your hair is asking for. You don't have to do each step, guys. And please remember, be patient. This whole journey is not a one-day thing, and you have the most beautiful hair. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm really hoping that this video helped. Have an amazing day, guys. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on the socials, guys. Bye.